I need to tell you something that nobody, not your doctor, not your nutritionist, not the internet, is connecting for you. Your gut starts going through menopause at 40, not at 51, not when your periods stop at 40. And the bloating, the anxiety, the weight that will not move, the digestion that is suddenly doing things it has never done before. You're bloating after foods you have eaten your whole life. You have anxiety that came from nowhere. You have weight around your middle that will not move no matter what you do. Your digestion is doing things it has never done before. And your doctor ran your blood work and told you everything looks normal. Stay right here because this is the explanation you have been waiting for. Your gut is changing right now at the microbial level, and it started the moment your hormones began to shift. This is not stress. This is not getting older. This is something you have to accept. This is your gut going through menopause. I'm Lydia Atlas, doctor of natural medicine, somatic practitioner, and sound healer. I've been working with women in their 40s for over 28 years. And today I'm going to tell you about something I call the gut pause. What is actually happening inside you right now? Why it is behind almost every symptom you cannot explain, and what you can do about it starting today. So your gut contains 38 trillion bacteria. They are not just there to help you digest food, they regulate your immune system. They produce 90% of your serotonin. They manage your inflammation, your weight, your mood, your sleep. They communicate with your brain every single minute via the vagus nerve. And somewhere in your early 40s, as estrogen begins its gradual decade-long shift, this ecosystem starts to change. The science is ambiguous. During the perimenopausal period, beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria are reduced, while inflammatory, harmful bacteria increase. This is not a minor shift. This is a reorganization of your entire internal ecosystem. And here is what makes this a gut pause rather than just a gut change. It begins in your early 40s, years before you would ever call it menopause, years before a doctor would think to look. I want to give this a name because it deserves one. And because once you have the name, you cannot unsee it. I call it, and I coined it, the gut pause. The moment your gut goes through its own hormonal transition, years before your period stop, years before anyone calls it menopause, right now in your 40s, in your gut, not talked about, not tested for, not on any blood work your doctor ordered, and yet behind more of what you cannot explain right now than almost anything else. Now, here is the part that will make you furious that nobody told you sooner. Your gut bacteria are responsible for recycling your estrogen. Your gut bacteria are responsible for recycling your estrogen. Inside your gut, there's a collection of bacteria called the estrobolome. Think of it as your body's estrogen recycling plant. Your liver processes estrogen and sends it to your intestines for removal, but your estrobolome intercepts it. These bacteria reactivate the estrogen and send it back into your bloodstream. When your gut bacteria are healthy and diverse, this recycling system works. Your estrogen circulates, your symptoms stay manageable. But when your gut bacteria decline, as they do in the gut pause, that recycling system breaks down. Less recycling means less estrogen in circulation. Less estrogen in circulation means more symptoms. Hot flashes, brain fog, mood swings, weight gain that will not respond to diet, sleep disruption, anxiety, bone density change. These are not just hormonal symptoms. They are gut symptoms, and you cannot fix one without the other. And it works the other way too. This is where it becomes a vicious cycle. Estrogen supports gut health and promotes microbial diversity. When estrogen declines, gut diversity declines with it, which causes more estrogen to decline, which causes more gut disruption. You are not imagining any of this. This loop is real. It is documented. It starts in your 40s and it starts in your gut. Let me give you 5 signs that the gut pause is happening to you right now. 5 symptoms that are being blamed on everything else but may actually be rooted in your gut. Number 1, bloating that appeared from nowhere. Not food intolerance, not a sensitivity you developed. Your gut's bacterial composition has shifted. The bacteria that regulate digestion and gas production have changed. The yogurt that never bothered you for 10 years is not the problem. Your gut is different. It is reacting to the same food differently. Number 2, anxiety with no clear trigger. 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, not your brain, your gut. Research found that women with perimenopausal depression had 14 times more of a specific bacteria that rapidly breaks down estradiol, leaving them with 43% less estrogen than women without depression. That anxiety that arrived at the age of 43, it may be coming from your intestines. Number 3, weight around the middle that will not move. So reduced microbial diversity directly links to increased systemic inflammation. Inflammation is the primary driver of visceral fat, the fat that accumulates around the organs and does not respond to calorie restriction. You are not eating too much, your gut is inflamed. Your inflammation is driving fat storage, and the inflammation began in your microbiome. Number 4, brain fog that will not lift. When dysbiotic bacteria produces inflammatory compounds, those compounds reach the brain through the bloodstream. A study of about nearly 69,000 women found direct links between gut microbiome composition and symptoms including brain fog and depression. That fog is not stress. That is your gut talking to your brain in the only language it has. Inflammation. And number 5, food intolerance you never had before. As estrogen declines, the gut lining becomes more permeable. Partially digested food particles enter the bloodstream in ways they should not. Your immune system responds, and that response looks to you like a food intolerance. The food did not change, your gut lining changed because your estrogen shifted, because your gut bacteria declined. This is the loop, and it begins in the gut. Now let's talk about what you can actually do. Not protocols, not supplement stacks, the foundational shifts. First, feed the diversity. The single most researched predictor of microbiome health is the diversity of plant foods in your diet, not the quantity, the variety. The American Gut Project found that people who ate 30 or more different plant foods per week had significantly more diverse microbiome than those who ate 10 or fewer. 30 different plants, not 30 servings of the same one, 30 different ones. Herbs count, spices count. The turmeric in your tea is a plant. The cumin in your dinner is a plant. Start counting your plant variety this week. Add 5 new ones you are not currently eating. 5 new ones. That single shift begins to rebuild the diversity your gut is losing. Second, protect the gut lining. Real fermented foods introduce live bacteria directly. Think of sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, miso, not pasteurized, live cultures. Bone broth provides collagen and glutamine, two of the most direct nutritional supports for gut line integrity, and reduce what is actively breaking it down. Ultra-processed food, on the other hand, and refined seed oils and chronic alcohol use break down the tight junctions in your gut wall and create the permeability that then drives that inflammation up. Third, and this is the one no one is talking about, you cannot heal your gut while your nervous system is in survival mode. Your gut has 500 million neurons. It is in constant two-way communication with your brain via the vagus nerve. When your nervous system is in chronic low-grade stress, which so many women in their 40s are, without even realizing it, your gut shuts down. Blood flow to your intestines reduces. Digestive enzyme production drops. Your microbiome shifts more inflammatory bacteria towards the area. You can take every probiotic on the market. You can eat a perfect diet. If your nervous system is dysregulated, your gut cannot heal. This is why somatic practice, breathing, body-based regulation, sound healing is not a luxury for your gut health. It is the foundation. The vagus nerve is the direct line between your brain and your gut. When you regulate your nervous system, you are directly changing the environment your gut bacteria live in. Safety is not a supplement. Safety is the prerequisite. I want to close with something. Your body is not failing you. The bloating, the anxiety, the brain fog, the weight that will not shift no matter what you try. These are not signs that something is broken beyond repair. They're signals, specific, scientifically explainable signals from a gut that is going through its own transition at exactly the same time your hormones are. The gut pause is real, and it is something you can work with, not against. With. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are informed now. And information in the right hands is the beginning of everything. So start this week with one thing. Add 5 new plant foods to your diet this week. Not 5 more servings of what you already eat. 5 different ones. A new herb, a new vegetable, a new legume. Notice what shifts in the next 2 weeks. If this gives you the explanation you've been looking for, share this with every woman in your life who is in her 40s and beyond. Share it with the one who you told that she is fine, but you know she is not. Share it with the one who has been to every doctor and gotten no answers. She needs to know. Her gut is going through menopause and nobody told her. And if you found an ounce of valuable information in this week's show, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this channel and share it with your fellow sisters who are going through the same thing. Information is king, and I will see you in our next episode. Blessings to you.